There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the projects. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected the power of the General Mahamatra is... I realized then that the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance. I will never give up on this investigation.
Cyno seems to have the same goal as Aples now that he's no longer the general. Well, Cyno, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with a
Yes. I wasn't...
Al-Haytham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, Using one of those
I'd already given up on the assignment by then, so it came as quite a surprise.
criminals do love to talk about.
Even though you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike.
That's true.
I'm willing to apologize. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I just...
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham. Answer me this.
Have I not made myself...
Fine.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
We're way behind schedule.
Whoa! Candace, you're...
Yes. They just...
Le-
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Maid.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go! Shut her!
No touching! This is long overdue. Born of ice and frost.
This is order. Solidify.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Crush!
The creatures stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the...
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
My apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full. I am the chief of Aruville.
Sir, I am also a
I can't say they've always been common, but recently, besides sandstorms...
Another of... So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the
Everything in the natural world.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative...
Alas, that's it, but no one in the village...
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Is it because you're reminded of her? But, is it really a...
I'll be grateful for the assist. Let's start by finding...
More speed. More speed.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially... Do you still have any questions for me? One of my former subordinates, the academia has long exiled. When mad scholars first arrive, initially, Aru Village was struck by the... Suddenly, despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, after that...
The soft green light? Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Cyno...
In theory, they would continue wearing...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes...
If you are able to draw a conclusion... So, what do you... Really? Lesser...
What? You don't believe...
No. Lesser Lord Kusanali. The academia has always placed far greater... In addition,
No way! Nahida...
I've spent many years interrogating criminals.
Good! Then you should know that...
That look in your eyes. How can this be? To think.
Alright, now it's our turn to... But easier said than done.
Excuse me, are you...
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is East.
Is your grandpa...
Hey, don't say that.
The person you're
Grandpa is... I heard everything you said to...
Ah, so you're... I was planning to go out and...
Whoa.
Sorry,
All right.
Cyno is super...
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know...
I had a...
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?"
All this somehow just makes...
Perhaps. It's also my reason.
Maybe the people have all...
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are more compassionate.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you! We've cleared everything up! Let's go for... Really? Yeah!
All right.
Excuse me?
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other day...
Okay.
Anything else?
The scholars that have... Don't change the...
Right, but honestly,
Do you also think...
Grandpa... it still feels pretty... Well, whatever the case...
Gotcha! Sir?
Oh, well, if the last time I saw...
Oh, thank you.
It was...
Yeah.
Oh, that's no... I've known you since you were...
Wow, what an...
Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything. Let's head over there.
Time to scout.
I want to be like this Tia when I grow up.
Listen,
Have you heard? The mighty...
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only still. You...
Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people... Isn't it a sign of the...
Huh. No.
Exactly.
now. Repeat everything you've just said.
Huh?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah! Bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his...
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet...
Well, I only know a few... Hey, it's true. Would you want to live like this? Delavar also said...
Is that...
seems like...
Please don't...
The people here really like the scarf.
Where is this...
I haven't run into...
No, no,
Sounds like you're not too close.
no.
I have many... So you'd best just don't do anything.
Yes, got...
Who That scared Paimon half to death. Cyno is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to...
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you. Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. This is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I...
A certain traveler here.
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too?
Yes.
Wait, surely...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari? In the forest.
What are you looking for, Cyno?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the traces have been from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come look?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away.
Huh? So you can lure... Hey! What's wrong with...
Exactly. Even deep within the clutches.
No.
So, someone's taking advantage... Are the rumors really true? Could the disappear...
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better help...
Let's head to Aru Village and...
More speed. Right. The darker fabric definitely...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like...
Oh, Dia's
You bet. So,
Reasonably.
I'll hate the...
We haven't seen...
Huh.
Did you find out anything? I see. So someone used a kind of
The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have...
Makes sense.
So what you...
If it was any other day, didn't you say that the village...
If Paimon remembers...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the Scar Riddle... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrect... Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know this place inside and out!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Cyno.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of, but that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust. I need to go around and ask some questions, but it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Cyno, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright! Sounds like a plan!
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
Well, here we are again!
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall, Sumeru is run by we're cheap labor. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believe geniuses like Satari are—
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No, not at all. This place just... Besides, we're here to
Yep, we got it!
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you... Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern, maybe... Just our luck. None of them are...
You mean, you don't see any—
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence.
Zaki.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello!
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen...
Of course I have.
I've got a...
Ah.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend, too.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for—
So, you've been watching—
Uh-oh.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you, if it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the—
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no—
Dia.
Yeah.
See?
You're not wrong.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Beg for mercy.
New punch.
More speed.
Take that! Take that!
All hail.
I will have order.
Barbados, guide us. Go as one. Blaze over.
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just— And of course you would believe everything even though you heard we went to handle that so-called flame main. That's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru village?
No task can be done without prep.
Oh, but instead of—
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple.
Oh, you mean the
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find— That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of—
Wait, so he's a
No, he isn't. I just—
Wow.
Ah, you're too—
So, that...
About
how mercenary...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. I've begun to realize that the sages are but I see through it all. And unlike—
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village. This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these...
If you like... Hey, Dia!
Right on time. Well, no.
Paimon's been one...
We've known each other for
Oh, Paimon knows what...
Yep, I guess you can. Us mercs, on the other hand.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great, too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Cyno's here, and he's pretty...
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation.
Oh,
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask.
Perhaps I need to work on my Still, it's perfectly...
Yes! Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Cyno...
You fear death yourselves. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here to...
Mercy! You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers. The people of Aru Village care little about... A war would only cause us to...
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know.
I'm listening.
You might not believe. Some mystery man told us...
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again?
Yes, it was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh?
Strike.
Wait, he got us to lure them out of their houses and then... You gotta believe me, please.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Okay.
If my suspicion... Some time ago, it strikes me now...
Which means it's... They were
Not the academia again.
just as I thought, but what could they want with the
People are nothing but tools in the... Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it. Can't...
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the side...
You never think...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an, there's just nothing super
Well, anyway.
Yeah. Enough with the side...
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our...
Yeah, you're all
While you were investigating...
Really?
To be honest, not to mention that going...
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean...
Hiding the truth. Remember what Candace... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Cyno's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them, even though they act a little...
After speaking to the village chief, it became...
Then... what?
By getting involved with...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is a...
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee,
Mr. Alhaitham.
Huh? What do you mean?
go ahead and talk to her. You go on.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you... hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why is that? That's before. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get...
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. But even so, we have friends in Sumeru.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest...
Alhaitham told us you have your
The fact is that I'm... only one... Some believe in the...
Speaking of which, the radical...
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people, and then it happened.
You can tell them.
All right. I'll tell... I actually have a sharper... Perhaps. I'm not sure. It used to be louder and more...
I confirmed this with the guards on Nightbot. Because we're in the middle of a...
There's really nothing...
I think they used to use it for treating Ella's...
Yeah! Let's go! Is this the place? It's in terrible... Monsters! Watch out!
Vengeance will be mine. Crush!
This is order. Gather! Stabilize!
This is long overdue. Access denied. Shudder! Flood of frost! Crush!
Gather! I will have order!
Blaze over! Born of ice and frost! No touching! This is long overdue!
They were easy. Super strong bandit? He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take... Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, what are you reading? Let Paimon...
Okay, sure. So,
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon! And anyway, the Paimon... Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's...
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they tucked enough... Oh, it looks like there are other... Trainee Forest Ranger Kale.
Wind, hear me!
Shudder! Freeze to the core!
Order guide you.
Beg for mercy. Crush. Beg for mercy. Yeah. Crush. Beg for mercy. Shudder. Yeah. Beg for mercy. Crush. Yeah.
beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine. Crush!
Time to begin work?
Look! There's someone over there! Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life. Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now...
Correct. The Academia, it isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, as well as being able to exploit the life for the desert dwellers has been. Many would give everything, even if complications arise. The notion of an Academia plot would...
Oh, that makes a lot of... But there's still...
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still... If you can't find...
Resource?
One possibility is that...
Extracted?
With the technology of the... Perhaps the
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia's... Anyway, judging by Razak's state... Or perhaps, his The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the Academia is... I've spent quite...
You mean, you're not...
All scholars extracting information from...
Sounds like you're really...
Of course. Whether it be academics or knowledge, this matter needs to be...
Wait!
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru.
Probably not.
You can say that. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something...
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while.
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow.
I'm just a more likable He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next...
We're back!
You must be
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Never.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much!
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Cyno.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next word.
It is simply a logical.
So what you're saying? Interesting.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Cyno isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing if you want to raise
the academia,
it's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have every so often. I remember seeing the thick.
You're saying that the academia but what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha is capable. The Akasha's out.
It predicted.
The academia has been.
So that's how it is. Tenacity of will and Cyno. Don't take it.
They escaped because.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then
Whoa, you bet.
There is always an.
Oh, so that's if the academia is. Yep, that's.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like.
Next on the agenda... We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda...
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an act. Looks like there were more than one village. Let's split up and search the area.
Is this what we're searching?
This is definitely a device used to extract.
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be
Razak didn't
We should be able to catch...
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone...
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring!
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is!
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears!
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty.
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
I knew it.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Well, look at...
This complicates...
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great... Dear, you'd be better...
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is...
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up...
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our...
Ridiculous. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men.
They look more like pawns of that filthy traitor.
It's perhaps we should...
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand...
Wait, you can't be...
So...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you and...
Well, that would be bad luck. However, I'm not trying to...
You were the...
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the academia's way of doing things?
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't...
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honest... Come on, Raman.
But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're merc.
You're not wrong, but this is...
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even...
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to
do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off mine. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was...
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay,
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can if it came down to it.
I don't doubt it, Cyno. Even if we got
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your...
Whatever it takes? You just...
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms. You need to watch out for any signs.
Next on the agenda,
I can be as cool as Candace one day.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless.
Fine.
next on the agenda. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
Solidify!
More speed. 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 Touché! Touché!
You can't run! Well, neither can I.
Huh. They got here.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although, you brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of...
It's a one-for-one exchange. And let me put it this way. Agreeing...
You stay right there!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Paimon's dizzy.
Ugh, this day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro are
Grandpa?
Hey, look around.
Did there used to...
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to the Scarlet King's civilization. It could have been an underground palace in the distance.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the sky.
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for
He's not actually gonna go in.
As it happens.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, 2 major deities are vying.
Paimon thought you weren't interested.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. New discoveries are...
Raman, what are you gonna do about...
I'll just let them lay here. This...
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so...
Sir Rama.
Huh? Are you mocking me?
Interpret it however you want.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be...
It does seem...
More speed.
Gather!
I will have order.
Go as one! Barbados, guide us.
Access denied. All hail. Shudder.
Order guide you.
Flood of frost. Beg for mercy. Yeah.
Stabilize!
solidified!
Blaze over! Born of ice and frost.
Stabilize! This is order! Quake!
Access denied. Come on! Focus for Rex Lapis! No touching! I swear by my sword!
That's a sight to see. The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
It's getting brighter! Oh, it looks so beautiful!
Wait, what's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something
These. They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful His wisdom is a miracle.
You can read ancient...
Of course.
He's not serious.
There's still something off about the scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden... Excellent. There's a device...
Isn't sharing knowledge...
Yes. You'll understand after watching it.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
What was that?
The priest's memory.
Oh, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
But...
Was that the...
You might be distrustful. You've just witnessed...
I've never heard about any. The surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in... The Scarlet King we saw her as nothing more than a traitor.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
How could I ever begin?
Raman, that's a... Give it a rest. You're...
My Aramites and I.
Hey.
I should probably go.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know. But please, give me...
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for...
Tomorrow, and I'll return.
You seem to finally understand that our...
Yes.
That must have been rough, but...
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his belief.
The outcome...
We should get going too. Let's head back. Cyno, we're leaving!
Stop.
More speed. Finally, some target
Solidify!
practice. Freeze to the core. Crush.
I will have order.
Access denied. Spread your wings and raise a storm! Goodbye. Shudder! But we'll meet again. I can put these to good use.
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged.
I guess all I can say now.
Don't mention. But we should.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the—
There's no need to yell.
We've been all over.
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no.
Whoa. The moment they said
You should have known that
Wait, we were just following orders.
No, not Cyno.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking.
So, your superior—
They,
Don't play they extract divine—
Well, you better start.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure—
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. It may seem as if Sumeru's— The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like—
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. The doctor was previously expelled from the academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he asked them—
This is what the air—
First, the academia, but after that, with the doctor's help, and the Akasha next, they decided that—
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extract—
Call it an educated guess? Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. If it's knowledge, no more.
You must have noticed it is as if they are cursed with a Some organisms demonstrate This is but a form of phototaxis.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this—
From the beginning, when the academia first, they found that at the time she possessed— Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about—
So,
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keeper.
Sure.
More speed.
The village keepers you've...
The atmosphere... Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Or I can go fetch...
Oh! Paimon's...
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about...
So you were...
Even though we lived through all of...
What a whirlwind of a...
It seems like there...
Still, now's a good time.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed.
So, everyone...
Crush the sages, and rest...
Well...
The next time we gather here, we must...
Yep, it'll work out.
What should I do now? If only Cyno was still around.
Excuse...
Oh, I appreciate the concern, but who are you? Ah, friends of Cyno! My name is Nabil. I'm a...
Huh? You mean the academia?
Well, not exactly. I suppose the main problem is that the case, given the large scope of the issue, if you two have some time, would...
Alright, since...
Yes, large amounts of canned knowledge from, according to some research, using large amounts of canned... Rumors also have it that some particularly according to our current...
You can count on us!
Lamb to the slaughter.
More speed.
Put you on that.
Huh? It's Cyno.
Ah, it's you two. I knew I sensed a familiar... I'm currently in the middle of an investigation. There's been a recent case of...
Hey, what do you know?
I see. Well, long story short, I was able to learn of the secret location where the canned knowledge is being sold. You're welcome to accompany...
Whoa, that sounds pretty complicated. But having Cyno around will definitely make things easier. All right, let's go round up those bad guys.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
Is this all you got?
What difference does it make if...
They've been cracking down on us lately.
What does the academe... I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's
150K.
Put the Mora down and your hands up.
It's Cyno!
Hey, forget the goods! Let's split!
But don't forget the Mora!
Dun dun! Not so fast! You can't escape with Paimon on...
What is this? He's got backup now? Doesn't it... I don't like the looks of this.
It's over. It's not like we're making a big cut anyway. I'm not losing my life here.
Huh? Did they really just give up on...
Just like the others I've caught. They're not deep in the circle, just dealers at the bottom of the All right. I have one question and one question only.
The pickup location is...
And when is the next...
He's telling the truth. Honest. Normally, with the stock we have right now is from 8...
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. 3 days ago is exactly when I started my investigation. I suspect who's ever run... When you were trying to escape.
Are you kidding? But here we are.
These small fries are the only... If only we had another lead. Like a merchant who sells large amounts of canned knowledge.
Huh? Oh, you mean someone like nothing?
Do you have a potential suspect? You'd better bring them to me for judgment.
Whoa! Judgment?
That's right. I won't turn a...
Oh! Sounds like...
I see. Anyway, if you manage to learn anything... And as for you...
Okay.
Hey! What's with...
What? You gotta think about it. If the academia...
The academia has clear... I just hope you understand. If I ever... All right, Traveler.
Ha! You think you
Traveler, why don't we go talk to if Paimon remembers...
I see. So that's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention. No idea. Sorry, I've already cashed out.
Huh? You mean...
That's right. With so much canned knowledge. Besides, it seems that group plus with regulations...
Aw, sounds like we came...
Well, not completely. Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, after all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon.
Hey, you just want to make more business.
Don't underestimate. Of course, not everyone needs.
Then why does the...
Being able to gain complex knowledge, but everything in the world. Gaining knowledge is a complicated but with canned knowledge. First, you'll accept the knowledge as factual without a second. And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminish...
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used canned knowledge before. Did you feel any negative...
Of course, using it sparingly is not an issue, which is... It's just like how medicine can be... Anyway, back to the point. There'll be consequences if this... And what's worse, as far as I know,
The Court of Desolation?
Rumor has it that it's a site of ruins. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I'd wager that their real target is the Court of Desolate because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It required us for the auction. Chances are they're trying to... On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So...
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see the auction.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location. As I said, I also have to make preparation. I've got it. 5... What? No need to worry, little. All you'll need to do is tell him to go. I'm sure the former General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. Oh, the more, I can see it all.
We'd better get going. If Dory keeps at it... Cyno! We got news. They're hosting an auction in the desert to sell...
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel. But is it reliable?
We also heard that the Court of
Partially. According to past research, however, if they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers, then I suppose your conclusion does hold some validity. Less in recent years. But there are, after all, Legend's death is often the greatest grievance for many people. Though they're fully aware that that's why some continue to research. Do you know where the auction is taking place? Good. We'll go invest.
Huh?
That's right. Don't worry.
That's Cyno for ya.
More speed. More speed.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would think twice if I were you.
Huh?
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that you must be and as for you two, why bother sticking your nose—
That's right! We won't just sit—
Ha! My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you— On top of that, he's—
Is that so?
Sorry. Nope.
Happy to oblige.
Nowhere to run! Surrender!
This is long overdue. Born of ice and frost.
Nowhere to run! Surrender! Nowhere to run!
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due.
You are not welcome.
Flood of frost. Crush.
This is order. Right.
Glaze over. Shudder.
Regret.
You're in over your heads! Let's get out of here!
No need. Even if we apprehend them, I apologize for bringing you into the— You should be careful from now on.
Wait, hold up!
You'd be surprised. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a— Yes. I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. My superior was injured while protecting me.
Whoa! Who could have seen that coming?
He survived with a His name is Taj Radkani. Anyway.
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert.
Good. And once this is all over—
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off under.
We still have a long—
Okay. But don't you feel hot too, Cyno?
Of course.
Care to share any tips?
Just try to stay focused. Take one step at—
Okay. Just look around. It's just sand.
Watch out!
Barbados, guide us.
Well, Paimon—
Those weren't just normal scorpions. See? There are marked numbers on their pincers. Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see.
This place is super—
Something's not right. Stay still. Here's the answer.
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made, but this device wasn't.
Whoa! Paimon!
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight. It was a frantic fight.
Well, good thing you were able.
No. Hold on to it for now. It might still be useful for. Let's keep heading to the
They're back again! How many of them are there?
Stabilize!
Weird. Is this where the auction is? Yeah.
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. But even so, they still.
Aw, what should we do?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved.
All right, let's take a good look around the area.
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in.
It's possible that. But don't worry. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will. They packed up in a hurry. Once they think we've left the.
Oh, okay, we'll start ahead.
Yes.
We're way behind schedule. Huh? We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
Ugh, so tired. We've probably gone far enough now, right? Yay. It's probably. Let's go. Maybe.
Next on the agenda.
So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? Alright, tell Paimon everything you know!
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, I laid low and observed for a while instead. He is not the primary instigator, but he is most likely one of the more important dealers here. Am I right?
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Cyno. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gotten so greedy.
Huh? Greedy? What do you mean by that?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could. You know, free merchandise is good business, but I suppose there's no use explaining it now.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct? Will you tell us willingly? Or do I need to make you talk?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us!
Come on now. Do you really...
You're back! Oh, we have guests?
This is my daughter, Seeming. She can be a little Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Cyno in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler!
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Cyno, the lone but even though you caught me...
Why is that?
Everything, from the manufacturing of canned... Everyone will try their best to... And even if you manage to
Everyone has their own reasons.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests.
Don't mention it. I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profit?
Actually, my daughter was born with a That's why she never really had any friends. As for me, I was just an app until one day, someone reached...
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. There are many others like me. Smuggling... I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent this...
I must get to the... I can find someone to help treat your...
You'll find some goods I received just recently.
Whoa.
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that this is only one... Small producers could impossibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this? But such a volume of goods wouldn't be able to slip through inspection.
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other...
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this? Yes, it's a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed. I started to suspect the pieces have now all... No wonder. Could I ask you for a favor? Since all this can't... If we can enter the repository... But... You'll need to be the one who checks.
Sure thing.
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. We can get more information on other dealers.
Hello, we meet again. How's the investigation? Oh, so you were able to find Cyno after all. I read the letter and must admit...
It's alright. We wanted to...
I can tell that he really trusts you. Even I don't usually have authorization. That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive. However, some forms of research have proved, but some information may be follow me. I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answers that Cyno is looking for.
The restricted repository.
Okay, I understand. Since Cyno is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research.
Huh. So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for—
There are many who do not openly converse with, even though he's no longer in— The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found... Huh, it reminds Paimon of Cyno's former partner.
His former partner. That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off.
What? Taj's son went to prison.
Why do you sound so surprised?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known.
No. Unfortunately, you've heard about Taj, right? I know I would say he used to be Cyno's—
Ah, right. I heard Cyno mention that before. I wonder if it—
Taj was already very well, so when Mortada came, then he had an unpleasant— Taj arrested his— shortly after. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess—
I had no idea that—
That's awful.
Wait, don't tell me you're— Possible. But this is Taj we're talking—
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the because he was the only one— There are so many files. However—
But even so—
According to the— Though I don't— Do you have any questions?
Paimon's kinda confused.
Oh, now that I think about it, Cyno suspect— There's no way so— Don't worry, Taj.
Alrighty then, let's...
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving?
Huh. Well, yes, but the academia consumes so...
Right, but...
That I'm not too sure of.
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipments?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Time to scout.
Excuse me. Have you... Huh? I'm just checking to ensure nothing unusual.
Well, I can't say it's unusual. There's a Kashar researcher who's... when I asked him about it, but he's been making a lot of shipments.
And you didn't find that?
Well, the boxes were stamped with the Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe a man named...
Possible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would ever... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must be... Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them, and before I realized it, the door opened, but Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also started...
A group of Eremites? Could Taj...
No way. Taj is just like Cyno. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would... Fine. Looks like there's no other choice.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
More speed.
So, this is Taj's place.
Well, what should we do then? Do we...
No. Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission. What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map. Nabil,
Yes, this is definitely Taj's handwriting. These are the transactions between Taj and some other... The whole operation involves more than... I have a feeling that Cyno might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a war... You're right. As for the map... If Taj really... I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well.
all right. We'll give these to Cyno.
More speed.
Well, Cyno?
Taj. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man.
So do you think he's the one?
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can... Whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons. We have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, that's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him. My time is ticking.
More speed. Time to scout. More speed.
So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kinda nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. They'll be safe with me.
I will have order.
Crush! Beg for mercy. Crush!
Look! These walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Vengeance will be mine! Shudder!
Surrender!
Whoa! Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful.
I do try to lighten the mood sometimes, but I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Surrender!
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Nowhere to run! Through me, justice is served. You stay condemned!
Ah, Cyno. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you are doing well. Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected. Is it because—
That's right. This case is nearly closed. Was it all your doing?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
That's the difficult part. Let's just say I've changed. I've become a selfish coward who only wants to pursue his own interests.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like me sooner or later. When you're young, you press forward, unattached, living solely for the justice in your heart. But as you begin to age, you start to become more cautious. You know many things are wrong, but still turn a blind eye to them. I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I could feel the justice that I once strived. I was completely— Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation. Here lies—
So?
See this door behind me? I'm so close, Cyno. If only you hadn't arrived—
Enough conjecture. In the end.
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see then?
No. I sense danger behind that door.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you let me fulfill my last wish just this once? Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles, then that is the path I will take.
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all. This power is mine. I will set things right no matter what.
Surrender! Nowhere to run!
Blaze over! No touching! Crush! Flood of frost!
I will have order!
strength.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger than you remember. This is only...
Uh-oh. We had...
I won't let you open that door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop me.
I'll do what I
still remember when we first... Even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map. All of this was just part of the act you were... I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really had changed...
Huh?
He never planned on opening the door.
What's happening?
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick then. After Mortada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, I was hoping this reality was just some terrible nightmare. I hoped I would just wake up and be able to see his smiling face again. That is when I was approached by someone who wished to collaborate and find the Court of Desolation together. I did some investigation of my own and discovered they were part of a massive organization. People from every walk of life are involved. They are relentless in their search, pouring countless mora into secret research, even sacrificing lives in hopes that the Court of Desolation would appear.
No wonder banning the research.
I'm a flesh and I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation. A place that, as long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Mortada did. Generation after generation, regardless of the cost. Let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it out. That's right. I acted as... But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. To add to the problem,
So...
Yes, anyway. This place is collapsing. You must...
Wait! Aren't you leaving too?
His fate is already sealed. There is no light. He planned it all from the risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them.
I was always so... Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you. Sorry for all the trouble I've caused.
There's nothing to be sorry for. We are partners. If you see Mortada, send him my greetings. Goodbye, old friend.
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
All right, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue. Why can't you show even a little leniency? Why?
Because we are Matra.
The Court of Desolation?
Just as Taj said, being buried in quicksand, to them, their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. That's an opportunity.
We'll help too.
Thank you. But you've all... Just leave the... So?
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all. Mark my words.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Nabil, what are you...
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. And the last few days have been quite the ride, but fortunately, at first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up after that.
And?
Well, then the Matra then moved. Some of them managed to get out of the academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured all across. I even heard.
So that's the end of it. Catching every... it was...
That's right. As for the mysterious person who hit the mercenary, speaking of which, he was walking with someone I didn't...
Sure thing, Nabil.
Don't worry about...
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected. Mortada had lived in his father's shadow all after Mortada died. The organization toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, take... If thrown into the mud, the...
Cyno! Tainari! Oh, so Tainari must be who Nabil saw earlier!
That's right. Cyno asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Simin. I also dropped by just... And Cyno, relax...
How is Kale?
She's grown a bit tall. Her condition seems to be...
Huh? You mean Kale?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to... Although we've apprehended all the... So I decided to ask...
I will.
If anything else happens...
I've already caught those who were... Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved.
What about...
It's still not time for me to rest yet. I've been thinking about what Taj... I just hope my own change will come slowly. That way, just as I gained courage from my own superiors. And my partner. I'll be fine. There are many things I feel... Many people want to go... One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions. And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court of Desolation.
This realm is... If you ever have any...
Beg for mercy.